Are you interested in knowing about Maggie's first love experience? This boy's name is Hudson. Their acquaintance began when Maggie was bullied by a boy and Hudson saved her in time. They fell in love at first sight and then introduced their names to each other. Although riding a rocking horse in the park, in Maggie's eyes, it was a luxurious date. After returning home, Maggie's dream was filled with Hudson's figure. The next day, Maggie started picking clothes early. Then she put on some makeup and wiped off the milk stains on her face. Unfortunately, it was Homer who took Maggie to play today. The gluttonous Homer chose another park with delicious food. This resulted in Maggie not seeing her boyfriend all day today. Maggie was feeling down after returning home. She asked the police doll about Hudson's whereabouts and she also had insomnia. The next day, Homer took Maggie to the park again. This time, Maggie chose to take the initiative in her own hands. After experiencing numerous difficulties, Maggie finally met her beloved. Maggie's first love was destined to be unforgettable and precious. Although Maggie and Hudson have been talking for a long time, their love for each other has not diminished. However, Marge and Hudson's mother do not get along well. At the moment of parting, Maggie and Hudson seemed to have been forcibly separated. After returning home, Maggie even made a Hudson out of a light bulb. Marge had to take Maggie to find Hudson. Hudson's house is very luxurious. His mother asked Marge to fill out an information form before allowing the two children to become friends. Hudson's mother took Maggie's pacifier for disinfection and even put a sponge on her hair. Marge took Maggie away in a fit of anger. In the evening, Maggie found the boy's birthday invitation card, but Marge was angry and didn't want her to go. Marge couldn't bear to see Maggie depressed, so she took her to the park again. Maggie held the boy's nose in her hand and they hugged each other tightly. For the sake of her child, Marge decides to put up with the other's mother. He is the third child of the Simpson family. Homer couldn't be happy instantly after seeing that he was a son. He's afraid the third child will be like Bart. Dr. Hibbert then introduced an unclaimed baby girl to him. Homer gladly accepted, but the doctor said this baby has evil attributes. Immediately afterward, he was thrown into the nearby machine by the stethoscope and burned to ashes.
Still better than a boy.
Marge named her Maggie and bought her many toys. Under Maggie's control, the heads of these toys were twisted 360 degrees. Homer posted Nemo's poster inside the house, but then he discovered that Nemo had turned into Omen. He quickly changed the poster, but the second poster was burned down. Homer began to doubt whether adopting Maggie was the right decision. Today is Maggie's birthday party. The boy with the unibrow came up to her and provoked her. As a result, his eyebrows were burned off. Maggie also controlled 3 other people to commit suicide upstairs. When Flanders saw it, he was hesitant to kill Maggie, but when Maggie turned his children into kill Mag, he finally made up his mind. He took Maggie to the church. At a critical moment, Homer and Marge rushed over to stop Flanders. Flanders said Maggie has the mark of a wild beast on her body. He made a mistake. It's this one. Maggie suddenly rises up in the air. Regarding Maggie's background, it was also mentioned in season 10. Marge discovered that Maggie had grown baby teeth and Maggie's leg had fallen off. Her legs turned into tentacles. Now they can't control Maggie, so they have to tie her to the bed. Although Maggie couldn't speak, she transmitted the message to aliens far away in the universe through sound waves. The aliens arrived at the Simpsons' house and claimed that Maggie was her child. Marge had to admit that Maggie was not Homer's child. 2 years ago, Marge was captured by aliens and through technology, she became pregnant with their child, Maggie. Homer couldn't bear to see Maggie taken away, so he wanted to keep her by his side through public opinion.